About damn time. Now, for those of you that are like, Mikey, are we watching that movie again? No, we are not. We're giving it another try. Another try right here, guys. So this film that we're about to watch is a personal favorite of mine. I like it. It's not great, but I like it because it's got a little bit of campy cheesiness to it. It's got the legendary Vincent Price 1959 classic. Um, I will tell you guys right now with peace and love, peace and love. I will not be putting up every single comment because I'm doing this by myself. So if I don't get to your comment, put it up a couple times if you feel like it's really, really important. Like old Buck here. Drinking is allowed at this movie. Drink them if you got them. Smoke them if you got them. Just make sure they're yours if you got them. So we're going to do the best we can. This is, again, experimental. If it goes off on YouTube, there's nothing I can do there. I don't think it's going to, but we'll see. And if you're having any problems hearing the volume or you think the volume's too loud, be sure to let me know. I will keep an eye over here. I'm going to enjoy this movie with you. I will make some comments here and there about certain things, and hopefully everybody has a good time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Vincent Price classic, House on Haunted Hill. Spooky. That's what it sounds like at Creed's wedding, middle of the night.
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry.
Sounds like my wife
May
at
I
2 o'clock
introduce
in the
myself?
morning.
I'm
Restless,
Watson
hungry.
Pritchard. In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world. Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then, I've owned the house. I've only
Just
spent
keep,
one night there, and
let's
when
keep the
they
house that
found
my
me in the
brother died
morning,
in. Why not?
I was almost dead.
You look kind of sweaty. Has he lost weight? That's right. It's
I'm
me,
Frederick Lauren,
Vincent Price.
and I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party.
I've also got
A haunted
mustache wax
house
for
party.
Christmas.
She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're
Like
all
Creed's
invited.
wedding.
If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't survive.
$10,000.
Ah, but here come our other guests.
In today's economy, that would be
It was my wife's
$1.8
idea
billion.
to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so amusing. Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed
The
up the
original.
hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man.
He's
But don't you
smoking
think you can be
unfiltered
much
cigarettes.
braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him.
As test
If
pilots
he's
make
brave
$10
enough
an
to stay
hour.
all night. This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers.
I'm
she
a
says the
bitch.
reason for coming to the
Under the
party is to write a
surname
feature article
Bitchy
on
McGee.
ghosts. She's also desperate for money.
And loves pearl
Gambles.
necklaces.
You've already met Watson Pritchard, a man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money.
I say it's for a new shirt that can
This
be
is
ironed.
Dr.
That was
David
wrinkled
Trent, a
as hell.
psychiatrist. He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there? Around the mouth and
Don't look at
eyes?
the camera, you jackass. Oh my God,
This
we
is
just
Nora
gotta go to
Manning.
school.
I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the 10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family.
My
She's
God,
pretty.
what a bunch of deadbeats. She supports her whole family.
The party's starting now. And you
Real
have until
mooches.
midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
Welcome. Is that the house on Haunted Hill or random cinder block disposal area? I mean, what did they build this house out of? Who was the architect? I want this house to look like an old overpass. You got it, sir. I'm a great character here, Nancy. There's a colorized version, but I don't like it as good. I don't like it. I like the old black and white feel, the way God intended it. Like we're all colorblind. I mean, what are they make them out of? Decorative blocks. Whole house. Look at there, the city that never sleeps. Sacramento. Look at that sexy necklace. The more you know. Got attacked by the microphone. Ah, yes, the theme song for House on Haunted Hill. Who doesn't have that on vinyl? Obeyan Castle. I'm sure he's proud of his work. You think if you're, this was like going into the house Creed rented for his wedding. You're like, cobwebs. Wow, you think for the price we're spending, could have got somebody in here with like a Swiffer.
Well, where is everybody?
It isn't a very warm welcome, is it?
Only the ghosts in this house are glad we're here.
Was he promised like strippers or something?
We all
Where is
can't
everybody?
Each other.
It's a room full of
Don't
people.
you two know each other?
I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
I'm Nora Manning.
Lance Schroeder.
Is Frederick Lauren a friend of yours?
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
I work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either. Just a phone call. Do you know him?
No,
Well, then you're the
He
only
knows
one of
all
us who
about
does.
them, but they don't
I
know
don't
him
know.
at all.
all the details about renting the house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
Millions.
It's the best way to run the house.
5 wives,
By
I
mail.
believe.
4, I think, so far.
A $50,000 party for only 5 people is a little steep, even for a millionaire.
$5,000 is steep for a millionaire.
This would certainly be the house I'd do it in.
Obviously, that's not an accountant.
Who closed the door?
Alec Baldwin did.
This thing's made of solid steel.
Watch out! If you'd have been 20 feet back, you could have been killed. Well, there's one thing for certain. There is a shitload of spiders in this house. Do not put your hands anywhere that you can't see where you put them, because look at these cobwebs. Like 15 generations of spiders live here.
Annabelle. Our guests are
The
here.
doll?
Unfortunately,
It's here too?
still alive. Is your face on yet?
Did she have her face off?
Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water barely trickles.
Couldn't you have had the place clean?
Sultry.
Atmosphere, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. And that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend the night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the
He's
guests.
going to go broke.
Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
$50,000 from a
Friends.
millionaire.
Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
Oh, no.
I had a reason for inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross.
She got that Fredericks at Hollywood
From
catalog.
psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot. They share one thing. They all need money. Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it.
And
I
you
mean,
call this a party?
It's tough to pick out.
Could
Only
be.
5 people need money. Doesn't everyone need money, Vince? Oh, yeah. That's
Why
the way
do
to
you
do
always
it.
do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
He's like, I paid for it,
Never done.
bitch. I'll do what I want.
Will you guarantee that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good
Alec
headline.
Baldwin on his honeymoon.
Playboy kills wife with champagne cork. Will you join me?
No, thank you.
Just a sip might improve your humor.
My humor is fine, thanks. And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that.
Yes.
Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
Go on. Drink it. You know, this is how we met.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Of all my wives, you're the least agreeable.
Why would
But
she
still
come
alive.
there if she didn't want to go to the party? She could have stayed
Would you
home,
go
right?
away for $1 million.
Is that a-
tax-free? You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all.
Yeah,
If
why not?
jealousy
You want
isn't
all
tax-free,
$2 million.
possessiveness is maddening.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce,
But can't prove them.
the time will come. You'll slip up.
This
one of
house
these
is
days.
nasty as hell,
Think
but yet
so?
she's hanging up clothes. Like,
I lived long enough.
she's there to stay.
You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Who can forget?
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes. Arsenic
wanna
on
s-
the rocks. Annabelle,
Ooh!
you'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Darling, what makes you think that?
Something about you. I hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas.
He's hanging.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, Doctor.
And don't let the
Darling,
sun
the
go
only ghoul
down
will
on
hurt
you.
you.
Yeah.
And don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me. It makes
Noth-
wrinkles.
Nothing like being a millionaire's wife and smelling mold and mildew all over the house. In a place you don't want to be. Look over to the corner and Vincent Price is playing that thing that makes all the sounds.
This is what she used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think.
Yeah,
The thing is, the heads have never been found.
like the
hands,
microwave,
feet,
garbage
things like that.
disposal. Places you wouldn't think.
No heads.
The wife, probably in a rage, threatened her husband with a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
Not
Only two.
enough.
Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are 2 loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other.
Floating heads
cry.
whispering.
Since our host
Whispering.
isn't here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Certainly. What will you have?
An old hag. On the rocks.
Good evening. I'm your host, Frederick Lauren.
And I'm
We're
straight.
all strangers to each other. Let's get acquainted with a drink, shall we?
Mr. Lauren, I advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife. She'll join
They're
us
getting the
later.
hell out of here.
Doctor?
They don't want any party, you
Doctor?
guys. They're
I
moving.
have the same.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over the details. The caretakers will leave at midnight, locking us in here until they come back.
I
in
think
the
this is
morning.
just an ad for smoking.
Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud
Yeah.
of.
No
And
way
the
out.
only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles.
No motor
So,
cars,
no way to
not
call
a
for help.
single luxury among them.
Like a coffin.
Yes, like a coffin.
So if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your reasons for this party.
And I'm interested in how you said
Besides
shan't.
pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost.
Poop.
And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
Well, Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more.
Is he turning into
before
an elf right before our eyes? His ears look more pointy. His head looks more bulbous.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren. 4 of
Only
us are
3
men,
women.
3 are women.
I swear to God, I've never killed a
Ghost for
woman here.
everybody.
Not one hooker have I killed in this
Pritchard,
house.
why don't you take us on a
Only
tour through the house?
3 women.
Let's see what happens. Huh?
See that stain? Blood.
See that
A young
stain?
girl was killed.
Blood.
here.
On the
So
ceiling.
whatever got her wasn't human. Don't stand there.
What do you mean?
Whoever got her was apparently this lady was very tall. Oh dear God. Hershey's chocolate syrup.
It's too late. They've marked you.
Ridiculous. The roof probably leaks.
Oh, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting
How does a
male
second
ghost.
story
I hope
room
it doesn't
haunt?
come back.
Haunt.
Well, Mr.
How does a
Pritchard, you're the
second
life
story
of the party.
room
He
leak?
hasn't even started yet. Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was in the cellar. There's been a
Wasn't
murder
there a
almost
man
every
that
place in this
come up
house.
with a very extravagant way of killing his wife? You know. Like a wine vat. Rats scatter to every corner
All
of
this
the room.
belonged to a Mr. Norton, who didn't die here.
Mr.
He was
Norton.
electrocuted later.
Norton?
Mr. Norton did a good deal of experimenting with wines, but his wife didn't think it was any good.
Is that what he called it?
So he filled the vat with
Experimenting?
acid, and
Nowadays we
Threw her
call
in.
that a drinking problem.
she was supposed to stay down, but the bones came up.
Hmm.
It's a funny thing, but none of the murders here were just ordinary. Just shooting, or stabbing.
It's just wandering in the dark.
They've all been sort of wild, violent, and different.
I say Professor Plum killed her in the
God, she
basement
didn't fall in.
in the vat
I mean, there's
of
still acid in
wine.
there?
Conveniently placed dead rat. That's a nice one. That is a Lola family rat if I've ever seen it. Oh yeah, let's just splash acid everywhere.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh.
So it's a vat
So
of
leave the
nair.
bones.
Tell my family I love them. She's just
My,
seen
it's
Vincent
dry and
Price
dusty
naked.
down here.
Oh, oh my God.
Well, there's a cure for that upstairs.
The
Come on.
whole damn house is dusty. Are you kidding me? Just down here, dusty. I'll speak with the housekeeper and her husband.
How'd you get invited to this party?
Mind your business, son.
No. Oh, go on. I mean, what did he tell you?
Mr. Lawrence said everybody would get $10,000.
But he didn't say anything about being locked in.
No.
He just made a deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
What kind of deal did he make you on the phone?
Aren't you going
Hey,
to stay?
bud. How's it going?
If
I know you don't know me.
$10,000.
I'm going to stay too. $10,000.
Yeah.
$10,000. I'm going to retire.
I don't
Travel
know.
the world.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can spook yourself. I've done it in planes. Seen things that weren't really there. Or were they? What are you going to do with your $10,000? If we get it.
What do you mean if we get it?
I'm
Will he pay
investing
us
in
if we stay?
Microsoft.
Ah, sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a nickel is to us.
We were in an automobile accident. Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
The whole family was
Boy, I've
in
never
an
seen so
automobile
many
accident?
doors.
Were they the Osmonds? What were they doing together like that?
Closet?
Printing press for counterfeit bills? Scooby-Doo and the gang?
Bottles.
No fooling this guy. He wines and dines them. Darkness, my old friend.
Does it go anywhere?
Like your career? No, it goes nowhere.
Lance!
Tell us what your favorite cracker is out of a vending machine. Lance! Oh, this could be bad. And in wants Vincent Price. Oh, nope. Vincent Price's mother, apparently, in a role she was born to play. Somebody attached grandma to the Roomba. She's just making her way around the house cleaning. We couldn't have thought of that like 90 seconds ago to run out of the room.
Please! Lance is gone and there's a ghost.
See what I mean?
Please, come on!
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone where?
And did he leave behind his phone number? He told me we could talk together.
We'll have to break it down. It's locked.
What?
This girl, first thing she does is jump to destroying property. We're going to have to break this. Let's do it. Go to her house. She's punched holes in the walls all over the place.
You all right? Nothing that money won't cure. I must have bumped my head.
Bring him around with a stack of hundreds.
The only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall. You didn't do that, did you?
You idiot. You didn't do that, did you?
Let's get a bandage on that.
He got disoriented in the dark and beat his head against the wall.
I wonder why they didn't kill him.
They didn't even want
He
him.
didn't bump his head. They hit him.
Well, if they try to hit your head, they will not miss. Because that is a big dome. She's... Meanwhile, outside the house.
When you came in, you said something about a ghost.
There was something.
What kind of
What did it
doctor is
look
this
like?
guy?
Well, it was wearing a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
Weren't you a little frightened at the time?
Maybe.
Yes.
That, Mr. Loren, is hysteria.
But then, Doctor, how do you explain what
Hysteria
happened
when
to
you're
Lance? Was
near.
that hysteria, too?
You better get that checked in a day or so.
Thanks, Doc.
What'd they go get checked? A scratch. Not like he's got a gauge in his forehead.
Wait for me in the hall.
Wait for me in the hall. I stole some stuff out of that room. I'll show it to you.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Loren.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Before the
His
night's over, you
brother
will see.
died there. Of course he does.
Would you like a drink, Lance?
No, thanks.
I'd like one. Got to end.
There comes the old slush bag.
Mr. Loren, are you really
Look,
going to pay
thief, I
when we
told you,
stayed
he's
all
stealing
night?
candlesticks.
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
In a hurry, dear?
Frankly, yes. Or frantically.
There you are, my dear.
Vincent Price always wanted to be a bartender. I've seen enough of these movies. Those aren't candlesticks, it's dynamite.
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where?
Just throw that match anywhere you want, bud.
If the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
He ain't afraid of no ghost. False wall. Kick it in. We're going to destroy it.
Sounds
She
different
loves
to
that
you?
kind of stuff.
Yes.
Knocks on her head, makes the same sound.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Man, this guy is terrible at counting.
12 feet. Three, 6. Now I'm gonna knock on the other wall. When you hear me, you knock on this one.
8675309. He's gonna start doing Morse code in a second. 6 to the left. You sunk my battleship.
I saw it again.
Poor lady. That's just the way she looks. She
Where'd it
can't
come
help
from?
it.
From in here.
Where did it go? Out there. What was
But if
it?
ran out of here, I'd have seen it.
Oh no, she
Lance,
didn't run.
It doesn't run. It just floats.
It said hover
Yeah,
around,
but,
hover around.
Why didn't I see it?
You don't believe me.
How can I?
How can I? You trifling hussy. Mm-hmm.
I'm Annabelle Loren.
Well, hello, nurse.
You
Love
must
at
be
first sight.
returning. I realize this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
Because you smell like a basement. Is that something women do when they meet each other? Would you like to wash your ass, perhaps? A little
This is
something.
your
like-
room.
Don't prick your
Depressing, isn't it?
finger on that spinning wheel.
I doubt if I'll spend much time here.
It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party. Why did you come here?
He said he'd give me $10,000.
Why did he pick you?
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
My supervisor come and got me while I was cleaning toilets
Well,
and
it
said,
isn't
"Hey,
naturally.
you've been invited to a
I just
millionaire's
met him
party."
So,
He knew your whole family died
why you?
in a car accident.
What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance.
To
Go
Schroeder.
on.
I just left, that's all.
Don't do it again. Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself.
Oh, don't
I'll
go
fix a
anywhere
base
with
and I'll come
Lance
by for
either.
you in a few
I'm going to
minutes.
go ahead and lay that down.
But
Groundwork.
You're in danger.
Lance has
No.
got busy hands.
Who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
Well, hello. Here comes Lance for the kill. Lance Knox.
I'm Annabelle Lauren. Were you looking for something?
Not
I
exactly.
think I just
Are you
found
the
it.
doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot. You've hurt yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head.
Cut myself shaving.
Which is my room?
I believe this is it.
Thank you, Mrs. Lauren.
Would you like to join me for a cocktail? I have a feeling that hair doesn't move on his head at all.
You were with the young girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
Because she
I'm
was
sure
in the
looked
cellar
like
with me,
type
of
to go
course.
around bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened then.
Lance
And
showed
mad
her
at me.
his
I think
Lance.
I kidded her about it.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Now, don't tell me you're taking all this seriously.
Aren't you?
Mm,
Well, I'd like to find out what hit me.
Lance. If I need help, may I count on you?
I don't
Sure,
know
I
you,
guess so.
but okay.
Look, what's going on here anyway? I mean, what is with this party bit?
This is no party. He's planning something.
Your husband?
I wish I knew what it was.
Must be pretty big if he's going to lay out 50,000.
Money doesn't mean anything. He has a reason.
We can't
for
decide if
doing this all day.
$50,000 is
Spread
half
the
this
love.
man's fortune or
What for? He doesn't
pocket
even know us.
change.
Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
Mhm.
What can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything. You know, of course, that I'm his fourth wife. The first simply
Mhm.
disappeared.
Oh,
The other two died. Lance.
natural
I didn't
causes,
do
I'm
it.
sure. Old age.
You mean he,
Oh, his doctor said they died of heart attacks. Two girls in their 20s.
Well, what can he do?
My
He
husband is
wore him
sometimes
out.
insane when
Vincent
tries to
Price,
recognize
well-known ladies' man.
Please be careful.
His exploits of love him and
He
leave
hurt
him,
you?
well known.
He would kill me if he could.
So are we to believe he only marries women to kill them? Is that how he got his fortune? Insurance scams. Uh-oh, it's Alfred Hitchcock. Run. She looks like she's going to be one of Madonna's backup dancers.
Annabelle, you're missing all the fun. Nora Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Is he badly hurt?
Oh, the good
Saturday night
times.
psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men, in your fashion?
Wow.
Clever, Frederick.
As I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. Was rather a mistake.
You didn't marry me, dear. I married you. Unpleasant.
Four
but no
times
mistake.
this guy's made this massive mistake.
Hurry up.
Frederick, for the last time, I'm not going to your party.
And for the last time, it's not my party, but yours. And you are going.
And you will
I
have fun.
am not.
You ready?
So,
Are you
he's
ready,
taking her to
dear?
the red room. This is
Yes,
getting all 50 shades of gray on us.
Would you adore me as much if I were cool?
Would you like
Oh,
me
you
if
wanna
I was
be
an
in
ice
love?
cream man?
It's almost time to lock up the house. Then your party will really begin. I wonder how it'll end.
Foreshadowing. Oh, is he standing beside the door?
I'll be down in a minute.
What a weirdo. I was just leaning against the door. This massive bedroom. 1001.
Your host, my dear. It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right, Mr. Lloyd. I'll be right down.
Who is it? Who is it? Ah! Dear God. Obviously, she got her luggage mixed up with someone else's. That was definitely not her freshen up stuff. Here's Johnny. Nope, nobody's there. Okay. Well, that's good. She's a wallophile. She loves filling up walls. She loves cornering herself, too, it seems.
Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
That's what they said to Britney Spears before Dad took over her fortune. Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
Miss Manning.
I bet his hands smelled like Vienna sausages.
Don't want to stay here.
Nora, what happened?
Ah, yes, the creepies.
That's Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years.
His wife? I thought it was his great-grandmother.
I'm not going to stay here.
Well, Doctor, it looks like we have a real case of hysteria on our hands.
Hysteria when you're near.
Not hysterical.
It looks like we got a real case of bitchiness, too. Just walked in the room. Darling, you look beautiful. Kiss her.
Hello, my dear.
Kiss her and prove her you're a real man.
This is my wife. These are our guests.
My wife.
Ruth Bridges, Dr. Trent. You know Watson Pritchard, of course. Nora Manning, and this is...
The guy that has a different Band-Aid on his head than just a second ago. Oh, how awkward.
Get me out of here.
What about the 10,000?
I don't care. He wants to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
Mr. Lord.
May I have your attention, please? I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night. $10,000 apiece. If any of you don't survive, $50,000 will be divided amongst the rest of you. If I should die...
Before I wake.
You will be paid by my estate. When the door is locked from the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later.
Okay, time to leave. Let's go.
No way to get out.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
Then go. Uh-oh. Where'd them old people go so quickly?
It isn't midnight yet. Who told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
Well, they've gone now. I was going to ask you whether you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that
but now
the
it's tough
caretakers
shit.
have made the decision for you. We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
I'm sorry, my dear, but it's too late now.
It's too
Darling,
late to turn back now.
haven't you had enough of this silly game? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party.
God, they love each other.
In spite of my wife's faith in my ability to do the impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until 8 o'clock in the morning. But we have some party favors for you in these little coffins.
Cocaine, heroin. He spent
What's
more
idea?
on
I
customized
must say, I think
small
it's rather dangerous. I
coffins
suppose you all
than
know
he
how to
did
use one of these things,
the
but in
food
case you
spread.
don't, you just press down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger.
Time to change the reel. I saw the cigarette burn in the corner.
You see, they're loaded.
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
This guy's a real party pooper.
Doctor?
Doctor? Doctor?
Vance?
Doctor.
Nora? Go ahead, take it.
Why is this guy telling her what to do constantly? Tell him to shut the hell up,
Miss Bridget.
Lance. Don't worry,
You
this
sure,
isn't
dear?
loaded.
I don't need
Take it with you.
It was your idea. Who knows, you may want to use it on me before this night is over.
Throw these guns away. They won't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent. Don't
Gun
you
handling on the
approve
set.
of our little
Nothing wrong
party
with that, right?
politics?
Suppose Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone else is going to walk around in total darkness.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to go running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who knows? Fear makes people do amazing things.
Mr. Pritchard, you said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman here and cut them up? You said they found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads?
What about the
Would
rest
you
of
all
it?
like to see one of those
Was
heads?
he all hands and feet?
Well then, just follow me.
They've only found hands and feet, so they didn't find the heads. What about the rest? What about the naughty places parts?
Darling, I really don't need this.
Wonder if I could make the news if I shot this. Oh, never mind. Nothing. Nope. She sure is worried about all that head, isn't she?
Just go look in my suitcase. Just go look.
Look at that horrible head. A little something from Ode,
Hey, what's in
Code,
there?
and Frigid
A
Line.
woman's head.
Nora, I think
That was
you're
a
a little
woman?
upset. Would you care for
I
a
thought it was
sedative?
Meatloaf's head.
Get out, all of you! All of you, get out of here and leave me alone! Just get out of here!
You think it's all right to leave her by herself, Doctor?
I wish she'd taken the sedative.
Well, what do you suppose she thought she saw?
They're
Why's the
closing in
doctor
on
got sedatives
Doc, I
with
think somebody's
him?
gonna stay with her.
There could be a million people
Is he a
around.
walking
If
drugstore?
they wanted her.
Band-aids, sedatives, iodine.
What if he's right?
He's too drunk to know what he's talking about.
I wonder. I'll join you in a minute.
Do you think it would do any good if you went in and talked to her?
Well, do you think there really was a head in her suitcase?
I don't know.
A thing like that would put me right over the edge.
But would you
Vincent
sort of
Price
stay
is
up
doing
here
the
and read
world's
and see if she
strongest
needs help?
eavesdropping at
All right.
20 feet
I'll be
away.
in my room. Just call it.
Thanks.
She wants them. I really wish she'd have took that sedative.
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive, except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women.
But I do believe in love,
Nora's case
so
has gone far enough. Perhaps too far.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
make sweet
Don't
love.
frighten her anymore.
Do, 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 do. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. This was like me staying in the room at Creed's wedding. No TV, bunch of cobwebs, nothing to do.
Nora?
Knock 2 times on the door if you want me. This dude's
Nora?
got it bad for Nora. Giant spider. Oh, Meatloaf's head. It's supposed to be a shrunken head, but he just didn't have the money to finish. My God.
Nora! Nora!
Nora, I'm gonna chase you. Why is he running with that head?
What do you know about this?
They've taken her.
Well,
In a little while, she'll be one of them.
that's what be her.
Where's Where is she?
It's too late. It's too late. You'll never find her again.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone. She's gone with them. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh no, Nora. Your feet are dirty on the bottom. How embarrassing.
Let her down.
Take her down. Test pilot. He knows he just walked through there. Does he think it takes seconds for someone to just asphyxiate? They take it down. It's not even Nora. It's David Carradine. Or that young boy from NXS. Get over here. Told you, David Carradine.
Nora?
She's dead, Mr. Lauren. Your wife hanged herself.
Hanged herself? When she hanged? Your wife hanged herself. Hanged. Not hung? Hanged. Your wife is hung. Been hung. Well, the party's going great. I don't know about you guys. I think it's going awesome.
Nora,
Please hide me. Please hide me.
what's the matter?
Where's he gonna hide her? In his bedroom? Exactly where he wants to take you, babe.
He tried to kill me. He grabbed me and choked me and put me in that room. And then he went away and left me.
Who?
He thought I was dead.
Who?
Mr. Lord.
Mr.
Are you
Lawrence.
sure about this?
I don't know. It was dark, but it must have been him.
Has anybody seen you since he left you?
His hand smelled of aqua velva.
I heard some people in that room, but I went by and nobody saw me.
Mrs. Lauren is dead.
Is she giving her like a sensual deep tissue massage? All right, why don't you go in there and rub your
Lauren
neck
said
a
she
whole
committed
lot.
suicide. But I think somebody killed her.
Him.
This girl is quick to throw around accusations. First time he's noticing bars on the windows, I guess. Closed his eyes as he walked in.
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go
Yeah,
on.
he's gay. I
Tell us
believe
what
it.
to do.
Oh no, thought the
Living room?
same thing. Definitely,
Okay,
we're not
just a minute.
thinking the same thing. Sorry, my fault. Your wife hanged herself.
I've got to go downstairs. Now you lock yourself in here and don't let anybody know you're here. He thinks
You
you're
know
dead,
what
he
you were
won't
supposed to
come
do
here.
20
Back
minutes
as soon
ago.
as I can. You'll be all right. you have to, you use it.
If you have to, you use it. If you see a director, assistant of photography, anything like that, you use it. Do, 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 do. They need to fire that maid and her husband. They really do a shit job of cleaning this place up.
So beautiful. So greedy. So cold.
So breathing. I can see her neck move.
What are you doing in here? Wait.
My God, this
Don't
guy
wait.
loves to
What do you
choke
mean coming in
people.
here?
I didn't want them to take her away.
Drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it, Bridget. Why did you come into this room?
I'm the only one who understands.
Understands what?
Spanish.
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Bridget, I've had enough of your spook talk. Get out, you sot, and don't come back into this room again.
Ah, yes. Who's ready for a game of Twister?
Where's what's her name?
And what's his
Nora.
face?
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
No, you're right.
Mr. Lauren, isn't there some way we can get out of this house now?
No, none at all.
We could try
Nope.
breaking out.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone.
Ooh,
We gotta stay.
somebody spent some real money on
I'm not
masonry
afraid of
work
your
at this
ghost,
place.
Richard,
They lost their ass on this job.
but I am afraid. When we came here a few hours ago, the only thing we had in common was the $10,000 we'd get. Now,
Sure.
however, we share something else. The death of Mrs. Lauren. So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier. One of us was mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink of absolute hysteria. And one of us is dead. Were these accidents?
Vincent
You were
Price was like, ooh, thank God I was going to say one of us was gay.
6 more hours.
I was getting very concerned for a second.
6 of us. Time enough.
Who'll be next? How will it happen?
Let me ask you a question, Doctor. You were the
Does
first
this
one
look
to
like
see
a
my
sports hernia to you?
Did you also see anything that she could have climbed up on and then jumped?
No.
Did any?
Is the doctor a crime scene investigator all of a sudden? Oh, I forgot
There
she was
was
even
none.
there.
How then did she get up there so high?
Exactly, Mr. Lauren. How?
How
couldn't
did
have
she
pulled
get so
herself out of there.
high?
She couldn't have dropped from the ceiling. Do you think your wife killed herself?
No,
Where's
She
that
was
dog at? Do
murdered.
you guys hear that dog?
by one of you.
Or you, Mr. Lauren?
Easy does
To
it.
deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We were all strangers to your wife. Only you had a motive for
I have a
murder.
feeling no one was a stranger to his wife.
What husband hasn't at some time wanted to kill his wife? What husband hasn't had 1,000 opportunities to do it in such a way so that he'd never be suspected? I'm not such a fool as to hang my wife from a ceiling by a rope.
The fact remains that you, or one of us, murdered Mrs. Lauren.
If they were out of
That's a
cigarettes,
matter for the
this
police.
place is going to
So how do
go
we get
ape
those?
shit.
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
But once Pritchard may be right.
This guy's
Another
pronunciation
murder's
is
in the
awesome.
works.
Murder.
Let's stop it now.
Another
Murder.
murder.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw too much.
It's the ghost.
Why
Ghost
should
dog.
even a millionaire want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? To see some ghosts, have a party? No.
Orgy.
Have you finished trying me, Doctor? And is the verdict guilty of murder?
Oh, this isn't getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Lauren. We know that. One of us is
You
guilty.
would think
and the
by
rest of
this
us are
point one
innocent.
of these guys would have took their jacket
All we have
off.
to do for the next 6 hours is
Jacket
protect
off.
ourselves
Jacket
from
off.
each other.
You really think?
I don't think anything. I just know that I'm going to my room. And if anybody comes in, I'll shoot him. Or her.
And if we all stay in our rooms, we'll be safe. Because the innocent will have no reason to leave his room. And the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
Or
And
wouldn't
we
it
all
be
have guns.
safe just for the
We're all
guilty
agreed.
to stay in their room too? I mean,
Oh, I wish this night were over.
it's not a masterful plan. Sorry, it's just not.
Rooms? Guns? I tell you, it doesn't make any difference.
Well, apparently that
Not
dog is
through with us
being
yet.
murdered at this point. Last one to bed. Hey, creeping. Don't look at my ass. Look, he's clenching his ass cheeks as he's walking.
What's the use of saying goodnight?
I don't know. That was a good question. This old lady's dying for somebody to ask her for a nightcap.
Night.
Boys' night. Yep, looks like it's just me and you, bud.
Good night, Doctor.
A kiss goodnight, perhaps. Nope. Read the room wrong. Sorry. Read the room wrong. Break it. Yeah. Grade A badass. I'd move some furniture in front of the door too, maybe, and get some good night's sleep. These guys don't travel without matches. I'm telling you. What is he writing out prescriptions? Maybe that's Nora to come in here and comfort me in my hour of need. Very well. There's a statue of a guy walking a monster there on the dresser there. What is that? She hasn't shot a gun since the Civil War. Maybe that guy was sitting there in penthouse. Dearest penthouse. This lady cannot stop with the bleeding ceilings. Calm down, calm down. Dear diary.
Nora, it's me, Lance.
That's the person you don't open the door for.
Okay.
Lance.
They've all gone to their rooms and locked themselves in.
Lance, I've been thinking.
was so dark down there. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Lorne.
It was him, all right. He tried to kill you, and he did kill his wife.
How can you be so sure?
She tried to warn me, asked me to help her. The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us. Now, there must be a way out of this place, and I'm going to find it and get the police before he does.
I'm going with you.
If he finds out you're alive... No, Nora.
Why does he think she's dead? I mean, no indication, no body, no nothing, no corpus delicti. We're supposed to think that head was her. That head was wearing a scarf.
If I find a way out, I'll come back and get you.
That Storm is very embarrassed. It was supposed to be here 10 months ago. Yes. Jinkies. Somebody blowing a dog whistle? Well, that's what you get for being nosy, bud. The more frightened she gets, the more frightened she gets. Did somebody just turn out candles? Uh-oh. There's a snake charmer somewhere. Oh, where's this going? Keep your feet tight together, Nora. This rope is up to no good. Well, she escaped out of the house. Time for us all to get the hell out. Nora ugly faces it when she cries. Isn't that the same shot from a while ago? They just reused the shot? Very interesting. She doesn't want the rope to go. It was the first contact she's had in years. Didn't Nora learn not to run with guns? That guy, look, didn't his mother tell him, look, if you don't stop doing that, you're going to grow hair on your palms, you're going to get blind. Didn't listen. Just didn't listen. The crowd has fallen deathly silent. Oh, a piano. It's the ghost of Jerry Lee Lewis. It's got a really bad earache. All that screaming. Should wake up the neighbors. These guys can walk around in three-piece suits for hours, and I can't even stand wearing a t-shirt to bed. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
And admission of guilt, Doctor?
Certainly not. There's either somebody else in this house or one of us has left his room. Did you hear anything?
Organ music? There.
Organ music?
Someone walking.
You got yours? Ready?
Got your piece? Are you
Look
packing, bro?
downstairs, and I'll look up here.
Why not together?
Lance
Maybe
has
only
actually
minutes,
heard
seconds left of someone's
lasagna.
life. Why waste time?
Speaking of lasagna, creeping around the house, huh? Our first bit of nudity right there on the statue. About time. Finally, a little alone time, baby.
It's almost over, darling. Every detail was perfect.
Plot twist. Is that really an upgrade from Vincent Price? You're going to leave him for this old dude? She like from one old dude to the other.
A perfect crime. Beautiful.
Just like your
Has she
breasts.
killed him?
Not yet, but she will.
Get me out of this hanging harness.
Mm.
What's taking that girl so long?
And
What
then
time
put
is it?
this other one on me. Oh,
First,
I
I couldn't
love
get
it.
Nora to want to protect herself with a gun. After you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful. Just the touch that finally drove her into complete hysteria.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling.
Everything's going just as planned.
Where's Nora now?
Everyone thinks I'm
What's
dead.
happening?
On her way to the cellar. So scared she'll shoot the first thing that moves.
And Frederick?
On his way to the cellar, too.
David, are you sure none of them will suspect us?
Of what? An hysterical girl accidentally shoots somebody? Who would suspect that we planned it that way, that we drove her to it?
What about my suicide?
We're just a ghost party gag. We'll claim it
The
as a
old
dummy
hanging
stunt.
harness.
That's-
And the caretakers?
Well, they had no idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
My
Darling,
God,
believe
lady,
me,
quit
everything
asking
we planned is
questions and
working
get the
perfectly.
haunting.
Nora is sure Frederick murdered you. She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me. And now Nora's almost out of her mind with fear. The heads, the music, you're hanging. I tell you, when Frederick walks in there, she'll shoot him.
It's taking too long. David, you ought to be there.
Pushing lips. Nothing like pushing some lips
When you hear the
together.
shot, come down to the cellar.
You hear a shot. Come on down. Nora just needs her an old guy to hook up with now. The story would be complete. This whole thing was just a ruse of trying to get us to let young girls date older men. And to push hanging harnesses on the world. Oh, the lights dim just for her. Okay, Nora. Mr. Gray will see you now. Somebody's knocking. Who can it be? It's not that damn dark.
No!
Just like that, Alec Baldwin's film was complete. How dare she kill off a legend like that? This sneaky sumbitch. Where was he laying in wait at? Let's crank this as slow as possible. Nope. It'll be floating with the rats soon. He backs right in and falls in himself. What an idiot. Oh, convenient, wasn't it? I heard something. I heard something very interesting.
David? David?
Go ahead. Oh, hell. Look at those giant beer steins up there. Somebody needs to get drunk. That creaking sound you hear is what I hear when I stand up from the chair. This is quite a sexy gown she has on. Nothing sexier than 15 layers of clothes. What do you see? What do you see? Is it a rat? Another rat? There's a bullet hole on top of that skeleton's head. Oh my God. Run. For God's sakes, run. Nothing scarier than an acid-covered skeleton. Hey, baby. Looking for a good time? Heard you liked old guys.
At last you've got it all. Everything I have.
Give her the bone.
Even my life. But you're not going to live to enjoy it. Come with me, murderess. Come with me.
She acted the same way the first time Vincent Price tried to touch her in the bedroom. He's yelling too. Get in there, bitch. Was that a bottomless pit of acid? Plot twist. Vincent Price was flying kites the whole time. It wasn't even him. The skeleton wasn't even tall enough to be Vincent Price. What an idiot she is.
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle. The crime you two planned was indeed perfect. Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not. It's a pity you didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
You were playing checkers while I was playing shoots and ladders.
There must be some way to get in here.
It's right along here somewhere.
Lance! I've shot the boy. He's
Lance!
down in the wine cellar. I don't think so.
Who, me?
Him, he's alive.
Innocent old me?
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks.
Everyone
I can
else
tell
got
you
real
all
bullets.
now. Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. They failed. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
Well, if we've learned anything from cases of celebrities and wealthy people being tried, justice is always served. I'm ready.
Now there are 9. There'll be more, many more.
Eh,
They're coming
Is it
for
really?
me now. And then they'll come for you.
Nothing can pay you for the evil love, the thriller. By the way, one last look at this guy's huge ass head. I mean, is there anyone in the world of acting that had a bigger head than this dude? I'm just saying. All right, fellas. It's been good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We're going to be able to do this again simply because, here we are. We're still on YouTube, which goes to show you that the scam and spam was bullshit. Just saying. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you were here. Don't forget to like this video. If you're watching this in the future, heaven forbid you are. But if you are watching this in the future, feel free to join us on the Discord. All the information is down there, down below. Also, let's see, good old Randy Travis. Also, if you're feeling froggy and you want to support the channel, merch right down below. Pick up your merch while it's around. Also, PayPal right down below. All that good stuff. So, yeah, you guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you all. And it's been a great time. Great time for sure. I guess that's about it. Anybody can think of anything else I need to say here at the end? Anybody? Anyway, can we watch Cujo next? Yes, as soon as Stephen King gives me the okay, we will watch it. Don't worry. Somebody remind me to call Stephen King when we get off here. I'm gonna try and do this at least once a week. That's the plan. I don't know exactly what night it'll be, but once a week. All right, guys. Well, until next time. This guy's head's almost as big as mine. Until next time, please remember,